Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're in the right place at the right time. It is Wednesday, and it's time for the Noon Report. And I'm so glad that you guys took time out of your busy schedule to come join me on today. I think I got some pretty good commentaries to talk about on today. So I will see what you think about them once I get them out. So the first thing I like to do is give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to my mentor, Dr. Hunt. Every broadcast that I do, it makes no difference on what network it is. I'm going to give a shout out to my mentor, Dr. Hunt. Dr. Hunt and I have been traveling in life together for 30 plus years. And out of the 30 plus years that we've been traveling together, he has been a blessing to both me and my family, as well as I have been a blessing to him and his family. So the reason why I talk about the mentor as much as I do is because it's important for us to know the value of a mentor. A mentor is someone that is so precious in your life that they can help you navigate through all of the things that you might be going through, good, bad, whatever the situation. A mentor can help you navigate through all of your life's situations. Okay. So I encourage you, get a mentor, someone you can trust, and then get a show so you can shout your mentor out. Okay. So now, first thing I want to talk about is the new Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson. Mike Johnson was elected on last week as the new Speaker of the House. And the first thing he started doing was having prayer on the floor of the House of Representatives. Now, don't get me wrong, I am a praying person myself. But I'm almost 100% sure the Constitution said that there should be a separation between state and religion. Now, the word I used was religion because Mike Johnson is a very religious person. So when he is trying to invoke his religion on the members of the House of Representatives, he's going to rule in that way. He's going to be trying to get people to vote in the direction that he wants to, that are extremely, extremely cruel and unusual punishment. Case in point, I saw that Mike Johnson is in firm belief that no woman should have rights, and that if she gets pregnant from day one, which is impossible to detect, they should not be able to do anything about it. So if Mike Johnson has his way, all the people that have the ability to do the day after or whatever they call it, the hour after or the minute after, protection, will have that taken away. So now it depends on what you believe in for your body. Now, first of all, I believe that a woman should have a say so of what control over her body she can have. If she feels like she wants to or not want to, then that's her choice. Support the females, support the women. Do not try to force your religious belief onto the women of America. Okay, that sounds like a third world country to me. When you go to some countries, they say you got to wear a scarf on your head. And if you don't wear a scarf on your head, we're going to cut your throat and put your head on a pole. Are we going down that street, America? I just want to know. So Mike Johnson is off to a roaring, crazy start. Let's see what else we got here. The next thing we want to talk about here is Republicans have gotten in trouble in the states of Georgia and North Carolina. They have drawn maps that have caused the Supreme Courts in each of those states to say that they are unfair and that those maps are drawn to eliminate strong Democratic Black ability to be able to take back their legislative house. So now in Georgia, they're saying that if they do not fix their maps, that the court will fix the map for them. So now I can understand why they don't want to send Black people to the state house, because the Republican state house in Georgia is out of control. And when they keep the unfair maps in place, that allows them to be able to keep control of the state house and or send representatives to Washington, D.C. that believe in their unfair racist views. Yes, I said it. North Carolina is exactly the same way. Clarence Thomas is under Senate investigation. They have been looking at him for a very long time, since the news came out that he's got a wealthy benefactor. He purchased a trailer for him, I think that was in the area of $200,000, and he doesn't have to report it. So now the Senate is looking at what do they have to do to make the Supreme Court under the same rule of thumb as everybody else in government. You can't be a judge and have political views. Well, maybe that's a bit strong, but they're looking at the fact that Clarence Thomas' wife was part of the January 6th insurrection. She was so much a part of it that she and an organization that she was a part of became one of the front runners of the organization. So now you got a husband, I ain't gonna call him Black, but he is dark skinned, that is supposed to be fair and impartial, and you are supporting Donald Trump, which is nothing wrong with that, but you are giving funds to an organization to help overthrow the United States government, which is what your husband took an oath to support and represent the laws of the Constitution. Y'all see where this is going? You know, his wife should have been in jail a long time ago. She should have been brought up before the January 6th committee, before the January 6th committee was ended, just to hear her rant and rave about what she believed Donald Trump is doing for her. All right. Man, I got a lot of stuff to talk about with Donald Trump on today. Donald Trump, there's a trial underway in 6 states on whether Donald Trump can be on the ballot in those 6 states. Well, they're going by the Constitution that says anybody that's part of an insurrection cannot be on the ballot. So that's what they've been talking about. You know, well, look, he was definitely part of the insurrection. They used his own words in the speech to prove that he was part of the insurrection. So now they're saying, well, he's not even eligible to be on the primary ballot. So we don't even have to use him as a front runner, quote unquote, as he says he is. I'm out so far ahead of everybody. You know, I will beat everybody. I'm going to beat everybody. That's his words. You know, but if you can't beat nobody if you're on the ballot, unless you're going to be a write-in vote. So, and then you won't have delegates to vote for you, because write-in votes don't have delegates. So it's crazy that 6 states right now are taking this to court to find out, do we even have to put him on the ballot? That's what I'm talking about. Let's take this to where it needs to go. Let's get this party started. Let's put him in check so that he can understand that he's not even eligible eligible to be on the ballot. All right. There's a gag order on Donald Trump. There's a gag order. First it came off, then it came back on because Donald Trump violated the gag order, the hour, the minute, the second that the gag order came back. Oh, it came off, then it came back on. So on his, Truth Social network, which is far from the truth, he started threatening people, which was against the order of the court. Now, they have ordered him again to stop talking about threatening people. There have been folks that have been trying to follow and carry out those threats. His minions, his demons, whatever you want to call them, people that are brainwashed who drank the Kool-Aid, are trying to kill on his say-so, on command. Kill, kill, kill. All right, where they at? Okay. So that's a problem. It's a problem for the court, witnesses, everybody that's involved in the trials. It's a problem. So they have been trying to get Donald Trump to stop with these threats because people ain't got good sense. Okay. Let's stop doing this. And he still went out there and did it again. Now, Eric Holder, former Attorney General for the United States, chimed in on this comment. He said, he was saying that they can offer stiffer fines, and I would like to see them start whacking them with 100,000, 200,000, maybe even, $500,000 fines to try and get him to understand that this is real, because he doesn't think it's real. They gave him a $10,000 fine for violating the gag order, which wasn't even a good slap on the wrist. He probably burns that up, hanging out on the golf course. So that's not a good thing. Okay, trying to whack him with fines right now is not a good thing. Not if they're going to be like $5,000, $10,000. See, that would cripple me. That would make me get some get right, but not somebody else, because I'm like, I ain't got $10,000, and I ain't going to give you no $10,000 if I had it. So bottom line is you got to start whacking him with hundreds of thousands of dollars if you want him to, stop doing what he's doing. Now, they brought his children into court so that they can try and get to the bottom of some of these lies that they have been telling as a business and a family. So can't nobody say, I did it or he did it or he made me do it, because they're all there now. They're all in court. So we're going to see how that plays out. They all showed up in New York at the same time for this civil trial. But we're going to see how that works out. So I'm keeping my eye to the ground to find out what's going on. And I love to keep you guys up to date with what's going on. Now, my feel-good story for the week, the auto workers got a deal. They got Ford, GM, and the formerly known as Chrysler to come to the table and agree to the same terms uniformly across the board. And now they have a deal that's going forward that they can be happy with. So I'm so happy for the auto workers protesting, standing on the line, helping out, making this thing work the way it's supposed to. Now we saw, public union working for the people. That's the way it's supposed to work. Labor is supposed to get what they need to survive. And they have bent over backwards to help the manufacturers stay in business. And now it's time to reward them. So it worked out fine. I'm so happy for the labor union and their contract that they got that will be blessing them. So now, if you want to get a show here on Street News Now, I want to encourage you all to go over to the website, streetnewsnow.com. I had to think about what the website was. And when you get over there, there's a form that you must fill out. Fill out the form. And once you fill out the form, you'll be able to, someone from administration will be able to get in contact with you and help you decide what's the best time slot for you to come on and work with you to help get your show up on the network. So as you can see, Street News Now has a lot of time slots available. So come on down and get one of them. The other thing is I need you to subscribe, like, and share. Please subscribe, like, and share. Tell somebody about the network. Tell them come on over and check it out. We got other shows coming up in the new year, you guys. So don't be surprised if you see a full 24-hour schedule just pop up out of nowhere. Okay? So once again, I want to thank you guys for joining me and tuning in. I appreciate you guys for taking time out of your schedule to pop in and see what's going on over here at the Street News Now Network. So I love you. I look forward to seeing you guys on next week. You stay blessed, encouraged, and I will see you guys next week. Peace.